For 3BL Media, I'm James Epstein-Reeves, coming to you from the Cause Marketing Forum. I am with Caryl Stern. So how important are corporate partnerships for UNICEF?
They're important because they give us a space in which to use our voice. You know, they get the name out, they get the story told. They are that good housekeeping seal of approval. You know, they say to the consumer that trusts your brand, trust me.
So what are some of the more important types of resources, other than money, that corporate partners bring to UNICEF?
One of the more unique but unbelievably beneficial partnerships we have is with UPS. Not only because they will give me plane space, when we need to get supplies into an emergency, but just their logistical analysis, their logistical advice, when we're trying to figure out how to get from point A to point B and get with you thousands and thousands of supplies when there's no longer a road and there are no trucks that are going to meet you. They have that ability. I mean, they can sit there and conceptualize, okay, we've got to pack it this way because it's going to get carried by a person on their back, versus pack it that way, it's got to go into a Jeep, or a third way, it's going in a truck.
Do you have any other examples of corporate partners that really stand out?
Another really, I think, great partnership for us is the American Airlines one. Okay. And there it is, people kind of like it. It's quirky, I've got all this change from Europe in my pocket. I'm landing in the States. I can't turn it in. It goes into the, the jar in our kitchen. And then every time the kids need lunch money, they look and they say, well, Mom, that's not money that I can use, So the idea that American Airlines provides that opportunity for me to give that money and for it to actually save the life of a child, in and of itself, great. But what makes it a really special partnership, it is that it's driven by the flight personnel. They either decide to do it or not. It's not a company mandate. And so the energy they bring to it is better than any ad I could buy in the magazine.
And so what have been some of the more challenging aspects of corporate alliances for UNICEF? What have you kind of learned from those situations?
In any marriage, there are challenges. I try really hard, as does my corporate team, to always remember we have two imperatives here. Our imperative and yours. Our imperative, save lives of children. Your imperative, help us to save lives of children, but drive your product. You're in business. You're not in business to save children. I am. And so 99% of the time we can make those two compatible, but sometimes we can't. And it really boils down to either you have relationships with your partners or you don't. And we did make a decision several years ago that we would rather have fewer, deeper partners than more numerous, shallower partners. And proudly we have that. We just did our annual meeting. Our corporate partners all came in, spent 2 days with us, really applauded our successes and helped problem solve on our shortfalls. And they're real partners. They're not just a company name next to ours.
Great, thank you, Caryl. For 3BL Media at the Cause Marketing Forum, I'm James Epstein-Reeves.